So FIRE, or Financial Independence Retire Early, is a goal that many of us young Singaporeans aspire to achieve because why not? So now imagine not having to work, but being able to do what you really want to do every day for the rest of your life, like petting a dog, or watering a plant, or just doing nothing much. But unfortunately, I got to burst that little bubble of yours because Lawrence Wong, who's the Finance Minister of Singapore, just burst the bubble and destroyed the dream and extinguished the flame.
Thanks for killing my dream.
So let's discuss everything about FIRE and how the Singapore budget has kinda killed that dream for us. So FIRE is a herald term and the ultimate dream of anyone who is crazy about personal finance. Like if you're into Pokemon cards, FIRE is like opening up a booster pack and getting the OG Charizard. So the idea or the basis of FIRE is for someone to increase their income as much as possible and at the same time reduce or cut down their spending to as minimal as possible, which allows them to save more, which can be then put towards investing or savings. But this comes at an extreme cost because you won't be able to enjoy your Starbucks. Your coffee will be from the coffee machine that the office provides, which might not be the best type of coffee for you. And sometimes it might also mean bringing leftover for lunch from the dinner yesterday, or even skipping out of social gatherings for all the sake of retiring early.
Will you join us? I can.
While some of you might not agree with that lifestyle because you only live once,
You only live once?
and some of you want to travel, you want to explore, you want to experience what is beyond the tiny shores of Singapore. But on the other side of the coin, it's about thinking through the sacrifices that you have to make right now, which might be a little bit of sacrifices, for something much bigger in the future like early retirement, having that FU money, or even having more time to spend with your loved ones. So in the modern time that we live in, FIRE has drastically changed quite a bit. So from previously where it was scrimping and saving and investing and doing a 4% withdrawal every month to pay for your living expenses, we now have 4 different types of FIRE. So we have Fat FIRE, we have Barista FIRE, we have Lean FIRE, and we have Coast FIRE. So Fat FIRE is the ultimate big FIRE that everybody wants because at that stage, you probably have enough money to last your whole lifetime. And then we have Barista FIRE, which is where you have enough to be financially free, but you take up a simple job for some income and the health and medical benefits that the job provides. And then we got Lean FIRE, which is for somebody who has saved up to like 25 times of their annual salary, which means that as long as they stick to their lean budget or their current lifestyle, this money can last them a pretty long time, ideally beyond 25 years or more. And lastly, we got Coast FIRE, which is basically having invested enough that it allows you to live your lifestyle without the need to contribute any more to your investment portfolio. So everybody will have a different type of FIRE that they're aiming for, and personally I'm aiming for the Coast FIRE because I think that is pretty achievable. So right now, we know the 4 different types of FIRE. Let's talk about why FIRE is dead for us Singaporeans. So the Singapore budget introduced a CPF salary ceiling increase, which will increase the ceiling from $6,000 right now to $6,300 in September 2023, and up to $6,800 in 2024, and $7,500 in 2025, and finally $8,000 in the year 2026. So this might look like a small increment, but it's a 30% increment that is spread out over the next 3 years. So this means that somebody that's earning $6,000 right now before September 2023, they will bring home a net income of $4,800 because the cap is at $6,000. And if you're earning somewhere between $7,500 right now, then this effect is much larger because the cap is at $6,000, which means that you'll take home $7,500 minus $1,002, which gives you $6,300. However, come September 2023, you will take home $60 less because the new cap is at $6,300. And $60 a month lesser doesn't look like a huge sum, but across a whole period of year, that is $720 that you could have taken out and invested. So I'm not saying that this money that goes into CPF will not grow, but the issue with CPF is the liquidity, because we cannot withdraw CPF as and when you like it, and chances are you can only withdraw them at age 62 years old and onwards if you have locked your retirement age by depositing money into your SRS account. So this brings us to a situation where we have 2 potential things that we can probably do right now. But the objective is to increase income with these 2 main methods. So the first method is to be investing a little bit more aggressively right now. But before you start dumping money into any form of investment, understand that investing doesn't mean throwing money into the newest, the shiniest thing in the market.
Want that new Chanel purse.
Sometimes investing in boring things can bring you some good stable income as well, like investing in a broad market index or ETFs like VOO, tracking the top 500 companies in the US market. Or if you are from Singapore, investing in STI ETF can be something very stable to invest in as well. So ETF is like owning a few company stocks by just purchasing one single ETF. So think of it like buying a set meal at a restaurant where you get some appetizers, you get a soup, you get a main course, and you get a dessert as well. And this one meal will definitely make you feel full without spending additional money. But purchasing stocks or stock picking on the other hand is like hand-picking food based on the restaurant's description, but you have no idea if the meal you pick will fill your tummy. So how I learned this the hard way was because I ate at a restaurant a few years ago, and the description that I saw on the menu was the world's largest fish and chips. So the not-so-wise me just thought, why not? That made a lot of sense. But to my horror, when the food came, it was just a tiny little fish on a little fry, and basically this is how it looks like when I saw it. So definitely this example is just an over-exaggeration of what the stock market is like, but essentially the idea here is that you're looking for growth in the capital gains, and then there are some risks that you need to take, like taking a chance on the world's largest fish and chips, which turned out to be the world's tiniest fish and chips. So the second way to increase our income is via side hustle, and yes, I get it from everyone that not everybody here wants to work extra hours for extra income because work is already tough and tiring. But hey, sometimes a small sacrifice right now can lead to something else that might even change your life. So side hustles don't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as an extra job on a Saturday morning distributing flyers, doing retail admin work, or food delivery, which I've been wanting to try. And if you want to know how much food delivery riders earn, I'll try it out and be glad to share the information with you. If you drop a like and we hit 50 likes, I will sign up with Grab to do that food delivery. So some other side hustles can include things like tuition, walking dogs, creating digital products, and much more. And there are heaps of different kind of side hustles out there, and there will probably be one that will suit you.
Nothing suits me like a suit.
So the road to fire is not gonna be an easy one, but I bet you it's gonna be worth it. And for those of you that are seeking fire, I do hope that this video has helped you a little bit. And for those of you that are not, I do hope that this has started a small little spark in you at least. But nevertheless, whatever you guys do, I do hope you guys stay safe and invest safe. Drop a like if you haven't, subscribe if you're in the mood to, and I'll see you in the next one.